Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Edna and Harvey, the Breakout. Last we left off, we've managed to get out of the main asylum building, which is good. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad to counteract that. First and foremost being that Dr. Marcel has now returned to the asylum. Babbit has also managed to get out of the room we trapped him in, and it's only a matter of time before he and the others find Hulgor when they're searching the place top to bottom for us. They also summoned all of the other inmates to lunch, which means it's probably going to be quite difficult to get to them. And finally, and most certainly the most terrible thing, we found 2 bins full of copies of the Master Key just beyond the back door, mocking all our efforts to escape up until now. But hey, at least we're outside and still trapped. There is a giant wall topped with barbed wire preventing us from climbing our way to freedom. And while there is a gate here, we probably have to use something in the watchtower to open it. And I imagine the watchtower is going to be guarded. And even if we do manage to open up the gate, we're not going to get very far. We need to go along with the Keymaster's plan. We need to get a vehicle, and we need him to drive us to freedom. We know where 2 vehicles are. There is one in a garage, and there's also Dr. Marcel's sedan. And I highly doubt we're going to be taking Dr. Marcel's sedan. As funny as it would be, it's probably guarded right now, especially considering the fact that we are currently unaccounted for. Let's keep looking around here, and then we'll take a look at the garden. We can look at this Zen garden, but before we go to that, we're going to check out the birdbath. Maybe we can find an awesome item within it.
The birds avoid Dr. Marcel's presence.
I'm not surprised. Let's talk to the birdbath.
Chirp!
You're an odd bird, Edna.
What bird are you? It's an Edna, the greatest kind of bird, and the oddest.
Chirp!
You're an odd bird, Edna.
Can we take this?
Oh yeah, the birdbath has to come with me. I'm looking forward to use birdbath with Dr. Marcel's desk. But what's this? My hands are so badly drawn that I can't lift the bath. Zounds.
Oh no! I was looking forward to use birdbath on Dr. Marcel's desk. I was so looking forward to that. Curse you, game! You foiled my fun! You foiled everyone's fun! I hope you feel happy now. Harvey?
Ooh, a bird bath. Shall we catch storks?
I don't think there are any storks living here, Harvey.
What? That can only mean one thing. Somebody is poaching in our hunting grounds.
And that's no good. Polo mallet?
Shall we build a stork trap?
Come on, Harvey. Storks are endangered.
I should say so, at least when I'm involved.
Harvey, stop making their situation worse.
Here, Storky, Storky, Storky.
That'll certainly help them find the birdbath. Well done, Edna.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless being haunted by the blue bird of disaster.
Uh-oh, what's the blue bird of disaster called? Is the blue bird of disaster called Bobby? I imagine it is.
Why that? This is... Just a second. The bath really is warm.
The storks can't be far.
I imagine they're a lot further away than you think. Mustard?
The Chirpies will enjoy this.
Very good. Now let's hide quickly before the storks come.
I'm not doing this to catch storks, Harvey.
Right. It is perfectly safe here, especially for yummy storks.
You are far from the most subtle person, Harvey. And that is why you're awesome.
The Chirpies will enjoy this.
Very good.
I'm not...
It is...
That's the same. Now let us try using the police badge.
Sheriff Edna Conrad, Para-Ornithological Branch Investigator, Special Squad. Brooding over the list of suspects in the double murder case of Capulet Montague. Was it the Nightingale or the Lark?
Or maybe it was both working together. Who knows, eh? There we go. And let us use this one too. Brilliant. It's just a shame that we don't have the clay. The game didn't give us any more. And while I'm thinking on it...
There's hardly any water in the bath. There are little white gooey puddles, though. Need some getting used to.
Why did you do that, Edna? You pretty much knew what they were, and yet you did it anyway. You fool.
Birds have no concept of doors or locks. They fly freely through the air, singing their jaunty tunes.
And destroy their enemies with laser death rays that shoot from their eyes.
Well, they do drop bombs on unsuspecting targets below.
Have you actually ever seen a bird, Harvey? I don't think you have.
Shall we build a stork trap?
Come on, Harvey.
We've had that one before. What about the knife?
Shall we build?
Come on.
That's also the same. Phone?
I don't get a connection. Just a chirping sound.
Must be the interference. Menu?
The list of bird beverages is short. Nevertheless, compared to the bar here, the bird bath wins on selection.
Considering it has a selection that's bigger than Stinky Drink, of course it was going to win.
Shall we build a stork?
Come on.
I'd like to see you try and build a stork trap using some pinking shears. That would have to be a pretty ingenious trap.
I might be cuckoo, but more like the chestnut-breasted malcoa with colorful plumage and joyful songs.
Such joyful songs indeed. Pot?
Good idea. Oops, what's this? I'm out of bird seed.
Aw, how are we going to attract the birds now?
Good idea. Oops, what's this?
I'm surprised that didn't destroy the paper cup.
Shall we build a stork?
Come on.
That's exactly the same as all the other things for the stork trap. What about the cocktail glass?
Good idea. Oops, what?
And that's the same as all the other receptacles. What about we've already used the straw? What about the toenail?
The chirpies will enjoy this. I'm not.
It is.
There's lots of things for the birds to try. Finally, Master Key.
Birds have no concept of door. They fly
and destroy.
We've heard that one before. Now let us get another toenail and have a look at this Zen garden. There are rocks. We can move the rocks, but at present we have no idea where we need to move the rocks to. So let's just leave and instead go to the garden. Ooh, there's a rake there. And a wall. We need to look at that wall. We need to use everything on the wall after we get the rake.
The rake is leaning against the wall as if it had stolen watches for sale.
Maybe it does.
It looks as if it said hi.
It probably did. Let us use it. Not walk away. The walk to the next screen thing is very close to use. Let's use the rake.
I'm certainly not tending Dr. Marcel's garden.
No, you're not. But maybe you're taking this? Marvelous. It's ours now. It and Polo Mallet will get along just fine, I'm sure.
I'd rather not bring the two together. Harvey is too much of a rake himself.
Plus, think of all the mayhem that they could cause. So much mayhem.
The rake isn't half as cool as my mallet.
That is true. Mainly because the rake doesn't have ketchup on it. We'll remedy that soon enough.
If only I had more pens, I could draw great parallels. Thinking about it, I really don't need more than one.
No, you don't. You just draw multiple lines. Pens are so versatile like that.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting radioactive Stone Age leaves.
I can imagine that being a very silly adventure. Also a dangerous one. Radiation is no joke.
Not bad. This way, I don't get any blisters from working in the garden.
Ever heard of a thing called gardening gloves?
Damn, they stole my idea.
Those clever, clever people stealing all of your inspiration. You'll get them, Edna. You'll get them for stealing your idea as soon as you get out of here and exonerate your father and find out what Dr. Marcel's been doing. But after all that, won't be too long, I'm sure.
We interrupt this exciting adventure game to bring you the Gaga gardening tip. If your leaves aren't yellow enough in autumn, put mustard on the rake.
Are there always the same lines for mustard and ketchup? This is pretty boring.
Let's find out. Let's use the ketchup on the rake.
We interrupt this exciting adventure game to bring you the gardening tip. If your leaves aren't red enough in autumn, put ketchup on the rake.
See, that line was different. Slightly different, but still different. Now let's use the police badge with the rake.
Bad breath, fuzzy beard, bad manners. The case is clear for Sheriff Conrad. It's a rake.
That it is. Now let us use the rake with the cornflakes.
Harvey,
Yes, Edna?
if I should, out of sheer desperation, start to rake cornflakes, please shoot me.
Won't it be too late to matter by then?
It very well may be, but you should do it anyway.
This rake is the property of Dr. Horatio Marcel.
That it is. Is it also the property of the barkeep?
This rake is the property of the storage room bar.
Aha! Now they can fight over who owns it forever!
The rake's signature is easy to forge. Just a couple of parallel lines. I can remember that without my special ability.
But I want you to use your special ability, then we'll have a different item that we can use everything on. Then we could go through the whole asylum and doodle everything with the rake. Maybe we could destroy things with the rake. Ooh, now that's something we want to try. Maybe the sedan.
Let's connect the key to the rake.
Let's use our brains first.
And after we've done that, can we then put the key on the rake? Oh, I see. You're telling me not to do that. Ah, very smart. Using that brain of yours.
They are members of the same family.
When the fork is grown up, it wants to do something cool, though. Not just work in the family nursery.
It could get a job as a trident in Atlantis.
Yippee!
It'd have to find Atlantis first, and trust me, lots of other people have tried. And failed. But I wish you luck, Fork. I wish you luck.
If I had a Swiss Army knife, I'd have all the functions in one.
But if you only had one item in your inventory, what would you do to kill time?
That is a very good point, Harvey. You hit the nail right on the head, or should I say, the rake right on the knife.
What is missing in this sequence? Rake, telephone.
I know! Logic!
Yeah, and the sequence.
Well, as soon as we find the sequence, we can then sort out that pesky logic problem.
The rake is not on the menu. I got one nonetheless. Life is an online store and you have Daddy's credit card.
You stole Harvey's line! I'm sure he's seething right now, and we'll hear about that later. But not right now.
No chance. The scissors will lose their teeth on that.
That they will. What about the signed form?
Therapeutic raking is good for the psyche. The Zen garden is the perfect place for that.
Maybe we'll go and use that there at some point, but not right now.
This pot would make a good container for leaves, too.
Potpourri? I don't think so.
We wouldn't be able to store many leaves in there, to be fair. Now, I'm definitely not going to use the rake with the paper cup right now. We may lose it.
These two items remind me of a thought I had a couple of moments ago. What will the fashion-savvy woman wear this autumn?
Clear answer. Cool blue ragdoll rabbits.
You got it in one. That is going to be the fashion accessory for autumn 2019. You heard it here first. You better act on that hot tip.
The straw crop is a little meager this year.
That it is. We only got one.
Are there really leaves on my new key? Not one leaf. But now I've got the rake, I can easily keep it that way.
That you can. You too can have a leafless key if you carry a rake everywhere you go.
I can unscrew the rake.
Alas. Now let us save before we try and use the rake on things that can break. And that rhymed. Edna is a poet, and she did not even know it, but she's going to show it. And then crow it. Okay, I ran out of rhyme. It's hard to rhyme spontaneously sometimes. Now let us use the rake with the cocktail class.
Upsy daisy. I guess the speech is cancelled.
I had a feeling something like that would happen. And with the cup?
Good idea. I'll punch some holes into the filthy cup with the rake and... Oh, I messed up. The cup is ruined.
Oh no! Speak to me, cup! No! You're gone too! That's 2 for 2 on the rake, ruining inventory items. I hope you're happy, rake. Now I need to load the game. Now we must all wait for time to be reversed so that we can look at this wall. Perhaps there is a way that we can bypass the wall that doesn't involve the keymaster driving the car or opening that gate, but I highly doubt it.
This is our declared enemy at this stage.
That it is.
Open sesame! That must have been the wrong incantation.
We haven't heard that line in quite a while.
I'll never get over it.
Not if you don't try.
If only it were that easy.
Maybe it is. You're not actually going to try it, are you? Probably a good idea.
What do you think about this wall, Harvey?
It stands between us and Lady Liberty. It's clearly chosen the wrong place to be.
That it has. Let us smash it down with the polo mallet. The polo mallet is unstoppable. The wall stands no chance.
I'd need a sledgehammer for that instead.
What's that? You don't trust the polo mallet? Have faith, Edna. It will prevail. Ah! Marvelous. I get that reference. Very clever. That also means that we can use the ketchup and mustard there too.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless climbing over the sound barrier.
That's impressive just because he can do it.
I shouldn't be so delicate with it.
And now we shall try the mustard. Brilliant. Ketchup? We probably shouldn't be doing this because this gives everyone searching for us a clear idea as to where we've been, but maybe if we do this and then hide in this bush, they'll think we've already moved on, and then we will be able to deceive them forever. Or alternatively, they may just find us.
When we're on the other side, we'll call the cops.
But what do we tell them?
Right. We'll have to find out what happened first. We must go to my father's house and find the evidence.
That we will. All in good time, though. What about Dr. Marcel's signature? That is just childish, Edna. Childish, but expected. And there's the barkeeper's signature. Now, let us use this.
No graffiti.
What a massive waste of bricks!
Well, you could start making graffiti. Get started. I'm sure it'll do us some time later, and then the whole walls will be a massive art exhibition. And there'll be a lot more ketchup. And mustard.
This wall doesn't have a keyhole. The only opening is the main gate over there.
You never know, there could have been a secret way that was only revealed by moonlight. Or on Tuesday, the 14th of March.
In order to tunnel through here, I'd need a spoon instead. Darn it!
We gave away our only spoon as well! Why did we do that? Oh yeah, so that we could get the master key so we could get out of here. Maybe we could ask him for the spoon back. He's never going to give us that spoon. Darn it.
I'd need a sledgehammer for that instead.
Yes, you would. Now let us try the phone.
Hello? Is this the demolition company?
Brick by brick does the trick, your demolition specialists. What can I do for you?
I have a wall here that needs to be taken down immediately.
Sorry, we don't do walls anymore. Not since that debacle in Berlin. The complaint letters are still flooding our email inbox to this day.
They hung up?
Looks like we're not going to be able to use the phone to get out of here. But the cocktail menu will certainly help us, right?
I could scribble an appeal for help on it, fold a paper plane, and throw it over the wall. But I'm afraid it wouldn't come across as very convincing on the back of a cocktail menu.
And one that serves stinky drink at that. Picking shears?
I'd need a sledgehammer for that instead.
I don't know, you could very, very slowly get at the mortar. Very slowly. We'd probably get found out. But we could try.
I could scribble an appeal for help on it, fold a paper plane, and throw it over the wall. But I'm afraid it wouldn't come across as very convincing on the back of a signed therapy registration.
That would actually be even less convincing than the cocktail menu. What about the pot?
It is like the lid on the asylum pot. I will make sure that Dr. Marcel's soup boils over.
He needs soup for that first, and you don't know if he likes soup or not.
I'll just put it there. It won't bother anyone here.
Uh-oh. Have we lost this? Oh no, we've lost it! We're gonna have to go and get another one! I highly hope that we can go and get another one. Coat hanger?
I can't hang anything here. Too bad.
Not that we have anything to hang up anyway. What about the cocktail glass? Actually, I'm gonna save before I do anything with the cocktail glass, because we might not get that back. We can go get more paper cups after all, but the cocktail glass, that's one of a kind. I do hope we can go get another paper cup. I'll be so sad if we can't.
Take this, Wall.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. Let's actually load up before we use the straw, because otherwise I'll do that and then I'll just have to load up anyway. Nearly there. Almost. There we go. Straw time. Marvelous. Now, toenail time.
The anti-concrete toenail will only be included in the special edition, I'm afraid.
Oh, I don't have that. That's coming out pretty soon, the 10th anniversary edition. Maybe then we can use the toenail at last to get through the wall and skip a huge portion of the game. Or alternatively, that could just be a joke and that's not actually going to be in the game. We'll find out when that's released.
All right, I'll put it back then.
No, don't put it back. We want this. It's ours. We've signed it. With Dr. Marcel's signature. And the barkeeper's. Also, you haven't done a very good job of hiding that cup. It's in plain sight. Wouldn't it have been better over here or there? The only thing you're concerned about, I suppose, is that you've gotten rid of it. But not for long. We will go and get another one. In fact, we will go and get another one right now. At least I hope we will. We're gonna go over into here. And then to here.
Uh-oh, there's Dr. Marcel's driver.
Guantanamera, only Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Wahila Guantanamera. Oh? Is anybody there?
I better find another way.
Oh dear, we're not going to be getting upstairs that way. What about the laundry lift system? I'm sure we can use that still. Let's give it a go. Coat hanger, here.
The laundry lift has been turned off. Darn it.
Oh no! We can't get back right now. Unless we find a way to distract the driver. And I'm sure there must be a way. And it probably involves the sedan or that car. And so, when we come back, folks, we're going to have to find a way to move that driver so that we can get back to the rest of the asylum. If only so that we can get the keymaster over to this car. I've got an idea as to how we can distract the driver, and it's going to be quite destructive. Which means Harvey is all on board for it, and I imagine Edna is too. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Why do you mock me so? Why? And just how many of you are in there? Probably hundreds of them. Are they all made of gold? How much gold is in there? If we take all of that with us in that car, we'll be rich beyond our wildest dreams. We could make a house out of gold, an entire country out of gold. It would be called Ednaville, and it would be glorious. Or maybe not. But hey, free gold. Later.